Hello guys, Axel here and welcome to GeoGuessr. This is what one module will look like, and as you can see it's inspired by the game of the same name, GeoGuessr. And like that game, it will show you a panorama of Google Street View and you have to say what country it's in. For this particular one you don't have to pick the specific point, you just have to pick the correct country using the country code. So, let's just get started with explaining the rest of it. There are a few buttons here. There are arrows, which let you move around the screen. There is this compass, so if you press it, it will face you to face north. There will be this flag icon, which takes you back to where it started at. And then the plus and minus, which zoom in and zoom out. And then of course this button, which you can press to go into submission mode. And then you can press this button, the full screen icon, to go back to this screen. So the aim of this module is simple. Enter the correct country code for where the panorama is taken. So, do note, if the module fails to download a panorama, then the module will use a limited supply of panorama screenshots in the modules, which are hard coded into the module, and it will just be images, not panoramas. So that's the whole point of the module. On the normal map, the KTaNE manual map, it will start you off pointing at a certain country meta. A country meta is effectively a way to pinpoint an exact country given certain things. These include license plates, the car that has been used, the language, the signs. A lot of things can be used. It's actually quite extensive. All of these are listed here, also explaining what they are. If some of them have a plus with them, you can pinpoint the country if it has both of those. So in this case, Albania would need the rift in the sky and these bollards. Having just one or the other doesn't quite narrow it down, because I think these bollards exist somewhere else and the rift exists in other ones as well. You might also see these signs, these up and down signs. If any of them have a two-way traffic sign, that's what it means. The country drives on the left side of the road. So, for example, if we look here, the UK is one of the ones that drives on the left rather than the right. So that you can also use that to help you out if you can figure out that the car's driving on the left or the right. So that's basically everything here. So let's just get started with these ones to see how it goes. So at first, we immediately see a very distinct language here. This looks like the Korean language, actually. It is very similar to this. Actually, I do think it's that. And to be fair, I don't think any of the other places uses the Korean language, yeah. So I think we already have our answer here. It's pointing us straight at signs that have the Korean language on them. So let's just go Korea. And we get to a module. As you can see, it points us right at the meta, and I think it does that with all of them. Although sometimes I'm feeling with this one specifically, the meta might be harder to spot. So this one might be slightly more difficult. So we have these phone boxes. Are these a meta? Like, it's either the sign or the sign or these telephone things, I think. The quality of this one is actually quite low. Let's see if there's anything. You can just scroll through this and see if you can find anything. Haven't really seen anything yet, though. Go to the bottom and go up from there. Haven't really seen anything yet. No, it's not those signs. Doesn't seem to be any of those. Doesn't seem to be anything here. So you can see some of them are much more difficult than the others. So is there anything to give us a clue here? Not quite yet. Let's try rotating around a bit. Let's see if we can find anything. These poles, maybe? I don't know. I mean, we could try and go over to the sign that we were pointing at. We get a closer look at this. Okay, so this seems Spanish speaking. There's Spanish language. So maybe we have to look at the car as well. Or is it going to be the poles? The poles look normal. So maybe it's the car? Okay, we can see parts of the car. Is it like the pickup truck or something? No. So let's go back to this. It also look possibly Portuguese. Let's just check the Spanish language again. It feels like it's probably maybe Italian? It feels like it could be like a Brazil or a Portugal. Oh, actually. Back of road sign painted black, I think we saw that. There. We have that. So maybe it's Brazil. Let's go with that. Okay, there we go. We found it. So sorry how long that took. But yeah, you can find stuff that ends up giving it to you, and it was mainly because I figured out there was the Portuguese language, then I thought Brazil, and then found that. So this last one. Okay, this is an interesting one. Oh, but I can see immediately what it's really nice to focus on. The car here. Because it has the things pointing out to the sides of the car. I think there's like only one that does that. We have that with Curacao. That lines up pretty well with it. Let's see if there's any others that do that. Okay, that one does it as well. So I guess we're looking at the front here as well. And that looks more like the Curacao one. So current guess is Curacao. Doesn't look like that one. These are all roof rack ones, I think, yeah. So let's look for roof rack. It looks most like the Curacao one. Let's just check the rest. No. 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 I'm going with Curacao. We get another module. So, that was GeoGuessr. Before I finish off, I've got some extra information for this. You can actually change the modes for this. I've only got it here because it is a drop down if you download this mod now, but it was just typing in beforehand. So I'm going to use this because mine was the older version. And I haven't figured out really how to change it yet. So KTaNE manual is the one we were using, but you can also use maps from the actual game, that being arbitrary world, arbitrary rural world, and intersection guesser. And then also you can change it to no move and NPZ, no moving, panning, or zooming, that meaning, or random. So it could either be no move or NPZ. Of course, it doesn't have moving because it doesn't allow you to do that in this module, so hopefully you understand how this works. Just an extra thing about the country codes though. If the map setting is changed from KTaNE manual, these are the ones you also need. So AX for the Island Islands, UN for United States Minor Outlying Islands, Liechtenstein, Malta, Pakistan, Pitcairn, and so on. Ones that aren't mentioned in this table, basically. So, that was GeoGuessr. Hopefully you understand how the module works. And I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. I'll see you later.